Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Skreg battle that everyone is having trouble with in the new Voyage. Basically, it's really hard, is the most simplistic form of it. There's a few things you can do. Also, just another thing, firstly, the very first thing I want to do is apologize. On my last video where I showed you guys the way to go, I didn't actually say click the first thing. So for those that didn't click the first thing, because I didn't say that in my speed run through, I deeply apologize because you guys went through a full run to get trolled. But in the end, you were going to have to do a full run to clear all the shadows so that you could re-roll for the right relics. So that makes me sleep better at night a little bit. The other thing I want to mention is that a lot of people are saying they're having trouble with this first fight here. Ends up being around here, which is the one with all the I think it's got the Relics and it's the Mauler team. Just a tip for that one, like I struggle with it too. My main account can't get past that one either. Like I lose 3 heroes minimum on my main account. It's scaling. Scaling in this thing is a bit weird. Some accounts it's going to be easier, some accounts it's going to be harder, but every account is going to struggle on the Skregs stage. But what I really want to say is for that one, try using things with instant CC, something like Arden or Pharrell or something like that if you have them, to get CC off early so that you can try and survive and have some mitigation. Because having things like I don't know, Tassie for instance, you do get the banish early with Tassie, which isn't too bad, but you really need that instant CC to try and take on that first battle. The other thing is there's actually a separate path you can take where you go right at the start and you can get through the whole thing. I might show you that later on in the video once I reset. I'll leave a timestamp to that anyway. I'll do it later in the video just because I want to show you with all the things intact and take you through the way. Just quickly do it the quick style like before, but it'll take you to a battle here which will have a forks in it. So if you have a single hero that's carrying you and you go that way first, you'll want to take something like a Nara or an Athalia to CC that forks. Otherwise, he's just going to banish your carry unit like your Shamira or something like that, and you're going to struggle on that one as well. So there's 2 different ways you can take. Like I said, I'll go through that path later on. The next thing I want to talk about is Relics. Now, there's a couple different things you can look at. For me, my favorite legendary relic is the spider thread gloves. I just feel like they're the best option. It puts the whole enemy team into CC straight away. The one problem with this against the Skregs is that even though the Skregs all get put into the cocoon, the little iron jaws that he summons, they still get summoned. And this is where I talk about scaling. So we're here, actually no, I'll get into the scaling in a second. The other ones that are really important, if you're using a Shamira. Now I say this as in Shamira because she has her AoE that does lots of little damage all the time to the enemies. So you're going to want the Firebringer and the Icebringer. Icebringer predominantly because what you really want to do is get damage in, and Icebringer is going to reduce their defense, which means you're going to get them down quicker. If you have Firebringer and Icebringer, that's tops. That's pretty much perfect. That's what you really want. But if you can just get Icebringer when you have a Shamira that you're doing it with, that's good. For me, on this account, I don't have a Shamira. My main hero for damage is if we go here, you'll see she's dead, is a Gwyneth. And because she doesn't do lots of little damage, those don't give me as much value, in my opinion anyway. I haven't fully tested it, but I just feel like because you're not hitting them as often, it's not going to give you the full value. So what I went for was, because I was using a full Lightbearer team, is where's the one? Increases all teammates' defense by 15% for every Lightbearer that's on the field. Basically, that really helps. I was using a full Lightbearer team. We'll talk more about scaling further on. That was a really handy one if you're using a full Lightbearers team. But yeah, Icebringer, Firebringer, and the Cocoon are the main ones. You might be able to get away with the one the legendary that executes the something of death. You know, the one that if they drop below 15%, they get executed. It really relies on you having enough damage. Now, we're going to show you where I'm up to on this account. And then I'm going to go over my other account where I'm at the perfect setup stage with a Shamira to actually defeat it, and we'll go in there and do that. So with this one, I wanted to show you where I got to. Now this one, my team was, like I said, it was the full Lightbearers. It's everyone that's dead. It was Gwyneth, Hogan, Estrilda, Rowan, and Lucius. Now scaling. When I talk about scaling, this account gets destroyed on scaling in this one. So what happened here was I didn't originally have Hogan and Estrilda in the team. I originally had my 2 other tanks in Sirius and the Ninja Turtle. But the problem with that was I didn't have enough stats. So what happened was I'd go into the battle, and like I said, I'd cocoon the enemies, but those iron gels would still charge through, and my Lucius at full health with his shield up would get one shot by the charging iron gels. So the scaling was ridiculous. What I had to do was put a full Lightbearer team in so that I could make use of this buff here, and also just the general party buff of having the faction bonus, and that was the only way I could make my Lucius survive a single run through by one of the iron jewels. So I got absolutely destroyed on scaling. I feel like I could have actually cleared this with that team if I actually kept retrying. I just let it go too far once and I fat fingered it and missed it. But then I set up this team, and just to show you, I don't know why it shows them all there, they're not all there. Just to show you how hard this is, I'm just going to start this and show you. And look how little damage we're doing. We do absolutely nothing. I got another Gwyneth, it's only Elite Plus. But there's basically just no way. Oh, I might actually kill it. Can we kill? I'm just going to let it die. Oh, and we're not going to get it. As you can see, we'll try one more time. I don't care. I'm going to do this later. But the one thing I want to talk about with the scaling is when you start this, the day you start it, that's where the scaling gets fixed at. So we do have 13 days to actually get through and complete this thing. So don't stress too much. Just wait, come back later. It's not the end of the world. Besides that, the other thing I wanted to mention is it's only that chest is only five scrolls. I do actually really like the way they balanced this Fabled Forest, because you get the main reward that everyone wants, which is the selective ticket, or the selective hero, and that's awesome. It's not as hard to get to. Like I said, my main account can't even get up to it, but I'm just going to wait. But that's really good that you can get that fairly easily. Now I know it is hard for some people, but eventually I feel like everyone's going to be able to get that. And then if you really want to push for this extra little bit of a reward, it's good. I would have been a bit disappointed if they hid that selective hero behind the Skregs. That would have been a bit annoying, but it would have made everyone try and push hard for it. But now that we've done that, what I'm going to do is we're going to jump over to my other account here. If we go over here, like I said, my main account, I just can't progress on it. The scaling is just too hard for me. That's my account with the Ascended Chimera, the Ascended K-Source and all that. Just can't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, jump in. And like I said, you really want Icebringer at least. Icebringer and Flame or Firebringer. I can't remember what it is. But though you really want 2 of them if you can. Icebringer at bare minimum. But for me, on this account, I've actually just gone there with the Spider's Web. And that's it. So if we go here, continue adventure, you'll see where I'm at. So what I did was I went with the Spider's Web, and that is it. Now, this setup I've got here, I did have Brutus in my team. He died just before, so I had to take him out. Plus, I didn't really want him in there anyway. I want more Lightbearers. But if we look at my things here, so once again, I did get this one. This one isn't too bad because you get the 5 battles in, you get the 20% attack. It's really nice. This one I picked up just because I could have picked up this or the Chimera Soul Siphon on 3 enemies. Picked up this in case 1 or 2 of my heroes dies, it might help. This one because it was the only option, there was pretty bad options. And then I got this one, which was handy as the rare. That's a really good rare to get, but this was the main thing. So what's going to happen is, basically Rowan is really, really handy in this, and Rain is nice too to get the damage buff, because pretty much this is just a whole support Chimera team. Lucius is just there for the shield, and then Rowan's there to stun. So what we want to do when we go into the battle is basically pop Lucius' shield and Rain's ultimate at the very start. Then Chimera's will be up, we'll pop Chimera, then we'll use Rosaline, then we'll use Chimera again, and then once the enemies come out of their cocoon and they get a bit closer, we're going to use Rowan's ultimate to stun them, and hopefully we can get the kill in that period. Like I said, Icebringer would make this hugely better. Icebringer and Firebringer would make it even better. But unfortunately, this is the sort of lineup that we're looking at. Like, I know people don't have all the heroes, but you know, if you jump on Discord and post pictures, we can try and brainstorm something with what you guys do have. So let's jump into this. I'm going to put it on 1x speed and take it off auto. And we're going to just pop these 2 straight away. I could probably hold out on the Lucius a little bit. We're going to do that. Then we're going to go Rosaline If Rosaline's ready, and then we're going to go Chimera again straight away. And then once these guys get a bit closer, that's close enough. I think we should be able to stun from there. And then we start getting the stuns, and now we just put it on auto and hope we can get through it. And I think we're going to, hopefully we can save a few people, because I still don't know what the next battle is actually. And we want to be able to do that next battle. So there you go. Got it. We only lost the rain. That's not too bad. Chimera's pretty full. You know, we'll see what happens there. So that's the strat. Pretty much it. Once again, some people may get absolutely just demolished on scaling. It hurts. So just wait the 12 days, come back. Oh, that's what this is, because they have synergy in their abilities. Okay, this will be cool. Let's see. Who are we going to put in? Let's just put in another light bearer, because that's what. Let's put you in. Let's see what this does. Okay, I don't think she has gear, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just do this. Once they come out, we'll do Rowan. Yep, cool. I'm just doing this on 1x speed because we're playing it safe. Shield. Let's just auto it. We should be good here, hopefully. Yeah, they don't look too tough. Okay, if you get through that with like your main damage dealer and hopefully a couple supports, hopefully you can make up a team to get through it. So the Skreg is the real roadblock there. And like I said, you're getting 6 hours of that, you're getting 8 hours of that, and you're getting 5 scrolls. So if you can't get through it, don't stress too much. Now, the other thing I want to look at is, like I said, we were going to do that run through. So that is the basic strategy. Basically, the Cocoon, in my opinion, is the best option, and having a Rowan really helps too. Rowan's good for the heals, but that AoE stun that you can get everyone really does help. I just use Rowan on all my teams anyway because he's the best. The other thing is, if you don't have a Rowan, hopefully you haven't used that chest yet, you can actually pick him up from the chest that you get over here before you go in, because you only need him at elite. It's a matter of keeping him alive through the rest of the voyage. But if you can get him there, you only need him elite, because the idea is he stuns before he takes any damage. And that is the strategy. Like I said, if you get really stuck, just come out here, and all you have to do to reset it is go finish adventure, click on it again, begin adventure, and I'll show you the quick way to check your relics. So it's going to do this. It's going to do that. Beautiful. It's going to go back. Now, what we do is we're going to go down here, down this way. That's going to be your blue relic. You can have a look at that. The blue really doesn't matter. This is going to be your first purple here. As you can see, those are all pretty average for me. Then you're just going to scroll across, find your next purple, which is average again. This one's going to be your legendary, average. And then this one's going to be your other purple. And that's, once again, not too good. So all you do if you don't like that, you go out, you hit finish, and then you hit begin, and you're good to go. Now, I'll show you the path that you take, which was that alternate path for those that have clicked the timestamp and wanted to come, or those that are just hanging around. Thank you for hanging around. How's your day going? But what we're going to go is, that new path will be come to this portal. Obviously, you're going to click all these circly thingies. I hope everyone knows that by now, because I'm not going to click them all. But you're going to come through this path, you're going to then go up this way, and like I said, this boss has a forks. So you really want a Nathalia or a Nara to shut him down, otherwise he's going to banish your main damage dealer and you're going to struggle there. You're going to come through this way, keep coming through, you're going to come through here. From there, you're going to go left. Wait, let me double check. Left, and then, no, correction, don't take that path. You're going to go down, and then you come down and you go around here, and you come up, and then you go up through this one, which takes you to this portal. And then you're going to go left again, and you're going to go to this one, which takes you up here, and then you're going to get up here, and then you're going to go down the middle there, and then once you do that, you're going to go right. That is the path, and then you'll end up here, and then you'll follow that path that takes you down here. That's the alternate route. That's everything I can help you guys out with for the whole voyage. Now, if you are still struggling, feel free to jump into the Discord. Link's always in the description. Post some pictures. Hopefully we can help out with some strategies, but keep in mind, some people may just have to wait time because scaling sucks. On my main account, I'm just waiting 10 days and then I'll try again, because I'm just hard stuck at the moment, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.